Hey, welcome back everybody to Tony's timeshare coronavirus. What the heck do we do now with the timeshare? So this video is going to be on how to rent it out if you decide to do that. So, you know, my main business is renting out people's timeshares, primarily Marriott timeshares. We have expanded into Westin and Wyndham and a few others, but it is a moneymaker depending upon how you do it though. So there's a couple ways. There's just getting it rented, just covering the maintenance fees, and then there's making maximum amount of money, and then there's losing all your time and not getting anything. So you got to be kind of careful, and especially during this time. But there are people renting. You know, we did like 10 rentals the other day, and it's starting to pick back up. People will travel. It's just none of the resorts are open. But it seems like most of them are open. California seems like it's going to be shut down till August or whatever. So if you own a resort there, you might want to play that by ear. But and you might just want to, you know, save it for next year and try to rent it out next year. That way you're not at the risk of losing it. But you know, that's kind of up to you. If you do decide to want to rent it, what you want to do is call right now and then find the best time of the year you can book between now and the end of the year. And you know, whether it's Christmas or New Year's, it depends if you own a ski resort area or if you own a you know, summer place like Myrtle Beach or whatever. Try to pick up the best dates you can. Now, ideally, you want to do 2 to 4 night rentals. So, but if you have a week, obviously you can only do a week. But 2 to 4 nights is about the maximum. I think our average rental is like 2.1 nights, so the shorter rentals actually do better. But so let's see, what can we use for an example? So say you own in Palm Springs, California at the Marriott. Well, and you want to rent it out yourself. Well, what you want to do is call like right now, and then they move the Coachella Festival to October. So you want to call and see if that's available, and then book it. Like you're gonna stay there and book it in your name, or book Christmas during that time, or whatever, there's a major holiday, or book what's that, Labor Day, the one in September, or Memorial. I always get them confused. I think Labor Day is the September one. So book Labor Day that weekend and then put it in your name. And then once you rent it out, you'll just call up or go online and change to the people's name who rent it out. But the key to renting it for the most money is to find sold out times of the year or major holidays, because that way the resorts are sold out as well, and that's when they're charging the maximum amount of dollars. So yours will look like the best deal. And with this year, who knows how it's going to go, because the hotels are probably going to be charging a lot less because they're just trying to fill their rooms with whatever they can. But then at the same token, they're only allowed to have so many guests, so they might be charging more to make up for, you know, the lack of reservations. So it's kind of all up in the air right now. I haven't seen too much on the pricing since nothing's really opened up right now. It's May 17th or something. So your rental strategy, if you're going to do it and you own points, call right now, book like Labor Day, book any special event, book New Year's, book Thanksgiving, book 4th of July, book any time between July and the end of August when the kids go back to school. Well, I guess they're not going back to school, so maybe the parents will be more able to go out. And it's a tough year. People might not have vacation time. They might be just happy to get back to their job and not be able to work. So this year is kind of a weird year, but the principles still work the same. Book the best weekend or the best holiday you have access to. Then I always recommend using like Airbnb, or HomeAway or Red Week. Those are usually your best options still. You can also use Craigslist. Airbnb is very friendly. You just go, you know, I have another video if you go to my YouTube channel, Timeshare Simplified, where I walk you through step by step how to put an ad up on Airbnb, so you might want to look that up. And and it goes through everything step by step how you do it. And you just go to, you know, my unit, list your unit, and then just kind of copy and paste the information over, and then just, you know, edit it so you're not like specifically copying it, but you're just modeling, as I like to call it. You're just modeling the ad, and then get that up and running, and then only list the dates that you already have pre-booked. Now, if you want to do it a little further, if say you own a bunch of points, say you own like 3 to 6 weeks of points, and you're like, well, I don't need to make a ton of money, I would rather just get my maintenance fees covered or whatever. Well, then you could just pick like 1 or 2 resorts like Marriott Newport Beach, or Newport Beach or whatever, and then just list the whole resort and keep the calendars open. And then when people want to stay there, they'll request. And then do not do instant booking though. There's a feature there where you take off the instant booking, because if you do not take it off, then people will book it and the dates may not be available at your developer. So say you own Wyndham Oceanside and you list Wyndham Oceanside on Airbnb, and then you're waiting for people to rent your points off you. Well, if you have instant booking on, they'll say, okay, I want to rent July 2nd through the 5th, which is, 4th of July week. But if you didn't have that pre-booked and then you go into your Wyndham side and expect that to be available, it is not, most likely. I mean, at least it usually never is. This year obviously is a crapshoot, but I'm still thinking no, because what I've been seeing, people still want to go. So they'll still be full, and if they can't be all the way full, they're going to be, then the rooms are going to be even more sold out. So there's a couple ways to do it. If you're just going to rent out your points, you could just leave the calendars open like that, but make sure and do, what's it called? Where they have 24, you have 24 hours to get back to them and respond. It's not instant book, it's the other one. I can't believe I can't think of it right now. A request to book. It's called request to book. So they'll have to wait for you to get back to them in 24 hours. And then you could just go into your Wyndham website or whatever and see if it's available, and then tell them, okay, yeah, it's good to book. And that way, when you do that, you don't have to charge that much money. You can charge a lower amount of money. You could even calculate your maintenance fees divided by the number of nights. So say you have, 300,000 Wyndham points and it gets you 8 nights and your maintenance fees, $1,600. Well, you only need to charge $200 a night to break even on your maintenance fees. And so you charge that, and when people go online, if that resort's normally $300-400 a night, yours is going to look like the best deal in the world. So they'll book it from you, and you can get your points rented that way. Either that, or if you want to make the maximum dollar amount, like I said, book a major holiday, Labor Day weekend, book the Coachella Music Festival, and then you could charge $300, $400, $500, $600 a night. I've gotten for some of those. So, your maximum dollar value is to book the Coachella Festival or whatever. Every resort has the same thing. The Daytona 500, New Orleans has Mardi Gras. If you know of any special events, your best rental strategy to make money is to book that event a year in advance every year. And just do the same thing every year, because a lot of times you'll get repeat renters, and that time of the year is so sold out that you'll always make more money for it. So if you want to make maximum money, do that. If you want to just make any money, just list one of the resorts you have access to with your points and leave the calendars open and let people request what they want. It's going to be more work, but you'll get through it and you'll get your points rented, and then you just make the reservation, put it in the renter's name, forward them the confirmation letter with all the instructions, and then they will be good to go. Then the day after check-in, they'll send you your money. Now, if you're gonna do Red Week, you need to make sure and book it a year in advance or whatever. Book like now for Christmas or New Year's. Now it's May when I'm doing this, and you book Christmas or New Year's, get it booked ahead of time. Then go to Red Week. They only charge $25. They don't charge any commission. They also have First American Title, I think it still is, where they have an escrow company where they hold all the money into escrow for you. Or they have a service for $150 where they'll do it all for you. So you can pick, they have a few different options there for you. I use Red Week sometimes. The only thing about Red Week is the only people that go there are timeshare owners, and all timeshare owners are looking for a deal. So you're not gonna be getting a ton of money on your rentals. I mean, that's not saying you can't. I mean, obviously there's exceptions to the rule, but by and large, they're looking for a better deal. And if you're trying to make more money, then you want to use Airbnb or HomeAway or somewhere where these people are used to paying hotel prices and used to paying more. Timeshare owners are a little smart and a little better at getting deals because they know about, timeshares, and a lot of people don't. So, so yeah, go to Red Week, pay your $25, list it on there. Now, one thing, do not list, you cannot rent out interval trades or RCI trades. It's against their rules. Not that they will, I mean, they do catch people and take their membership. I'm sure it's not that many people. So if you want to do it, go ahead. It's at your own risk. My company doesn't rent out people's interval weeks or RCI points just because you're not supposed to. So we try to stay within the rules. But if you're going to do it yourself, then just post it in your Facebook wall you know, once a week, and then I'm sure somebody will want it, or post it on Craigslist, or it's not that people don't do it. Like, my company just doesn't do it because you're not supposed to, but I mean, it's your timeshare. If you take money for it, I mean, I doubt they're gonna find out. So yeah, so post it on Craigslist or your Facebook, or the Facebook Marketplace. You could even post in that, or if you're like belong to a church, you can donate it to the church and have them auction off or sell $5 tickets to win that week somewhere. And then, you know, if the church sells, you know, 200 people those at $10 a piece or whatever, and they make a couple $1,000, then it raises money for the church, or you can tell them they split the money with you, or just give you 30% of the money to cover it, or just donate it and take a tax deduction for the $2,000 or $3,000, you know, whatever. There's a bunch of different options you have. So I just wanted to come with you a quick video on how to rent it out. If you need specific instructions, go to my YouTube channel. I have the one on how to set up an Airbnb ad, and then Red Week's pretty self-explanatory. It just walks you through step by step. They have most resorts already listed in there, so all you do is add your dates to it, and then you can just use the pictures that the other people are using, or you can use their full service option. Or if you want, we have our own rental program. We charge, if you already have it pre-booked, it's $50 up front, non-refundable fee. And then we just take 15% of whatever we rent it for. And then we put it on all those websites for you. And then we handle all the inquiries, the bookings. And then if you have points for rent, we will just pay you a set price per point. Now, usually it's typically close to what you pay for maintenance fees, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, depending upon who you own with. Like, we do diamond points, but diamond's maintenance fees is so ridiculous. Like, we can only pay 16 cents per point, because that's the only way we could get the rooms rented, since the resort rents them out for so cheap online. The resort, this is crazy, the resorts rent their rooms out for like half price of what people's maintenance fees are in cost. Which the whole point of buying the timeshare is so you're saving money from paying the regular price. So that one's kind of ridiculous. Most of the other ones are decent, you know, Marriott, Westin, Disney, Hilton, you know, those ones are good deals. But yeah, so some of them we just pay you a set price per point. We'll negotiate a price per point, PayPal you the money, or send you a check, and then we will just take care of all the rentals with the points. Or if you own with a developer where your points aren't transferable to us, then we will just log into your account on your behalf and handle all the rentals for you. And then we just send you a check the day after they check in as things are going. So that's if you want us to help you with. And then we also have the concierge program where we can help you with the trading, the renting, whatever you need with the timeshare. We handle it all for you with a simple text or email. All right, hope you found this valuable. Let me know if you have any questions, or if there's any other topics or ideas you want me to get into. And look forward tomorrow for, I think I'm going to do it on if you should sell your timeshare or not, or if you should keep it, or if you should do a vacation club instead. All right, God bless. Take care.